my name is Natalie, and this video is for a science project in which I am to make a difference in some way. I was going to write a book, and then I just didn't have time for it, so... Sorry.
You're doing this to yourself. Restart.
Restart. Hi, my name is Natalie, and I am making this video about the benefits of going outside on your health, specifically your physical and mental health. So this winter I joined Nordic skiing for the first time, and usually, like most other Minnesotans, I just sit inside, I twiddle my thumbs for about 5 months until spring comes. But this year I was like, oh, I should try Nordic skiing, so I did. And here's what happened. And also, I'd like to add, what's crazy about Nordic skiing is, like, you have to go outside even if the weather conditions are terrible. And so that really forced me, like, I have to go outside and I have to put myself out there even though it's cold and I don't want to go outside. And so here's what happened. So I used to, like, have a little bit of seasonal depression. That kind of went away. I didn't have that anymore. I feel more energized. My skin felt clear. That was really weird. It just felt clearer. I built, like, super awesome friendships in ways I never had before, and I'm happier. So I wanted to figure out if these outcomes had anything to do with the fact that during practice, I'm outside and in a natural environment. So I'm sure I'm not the only person who's noticed that when they go outside, they feel less stressed, they feel calmer, they feel more energized, they feel all these things. And one thing that you might not have known before this video is that, like, going outside does so much more than that. And there's so many benefits, I actually can't even, like, get them all in this video. But I have a list here, so I'm gonna read it. This was gonna be a book, and then it takes too long to publish a book for the time span of this project. So anyway, it can boost your immune system, improve your memory, cognitive function, eyesight, mood, quality of sleep, and success in education. It helps you relax and focus and provides your body with the vitamin D you need to stay healthy. Going outside reduces crime rates and stress and decreases heart rate, diastolic blood pressure, risk of type 2 diabetes, stroke, coronary heart disease, dyslipidemia, hypertension, asthma, cancer, inflammation, depression, and other mental health disorders. And along with these, it increases your life expectancy and reduces deaths by suicide. So that's kind of a crazy list. Oh, sorry. That's kind of a crazy list, right? Like, it's kind of hard to believe. But however, research has shown that most people spend more than 90% of their life inside. So that's a pretty big deal, right? So you may not know the significance of these benefits. And my goal is to teach you about that so that you can live a happier and healthier life. I'm not saying that going outside is going to cure you of all your current and future problems. Definitely not. But there's also, like being active and drinking enough water and getting good sleep. Like, those also contribute to your health. But going outside will help. I've seen firsthand what unhealthy living looks like, and I've also seen it improved by going outside. So here are the physical health benefits of going outside. So going outside can help heal your body of physical conditions, and it speeds up recovery time when you have an injury. And it also helps your systems just function and run more smoothly. So one benefit of going outside on your physical health is direct skin contact to the earth, which is known as grounding or earthing. And you can also get the same effects through using a grounding mat. Grounding is something I never really understood and had to look more into it because I just thought, how can touching the earth affect you and your physical health, you know? But here's what I found. So, according to an article by James Osman, Gaten Chevalier, and Richard Brown from the Journal of Inflammation Research, multidisciplinary research has revealed that electrically conductive contact of the human body with the surface of Earth, grounding or earthing, produces intriguing effects on physiology and health. Such effects relate to inflammation, immune responses, wound healing and prevention, and treatment of chronic inflammatory and autoimmune diseases. Specifically, grounding in organism produces measurable differences in the concentrations of white blood cells, cytokines, and other molecules involved in the inflammatory response. Grounding reduces pain and alters the number of circulating neutrophils and lymphocytes, and also affects various circulating chemical factors related to inflammation. So let me explain. Studies have been conducted that show the effects of grounding. One study was done where 12 people who felt pain, stress, and inability to sleep slept on grounding mats in their bed for 8 weeks, and their cortisol levels were measured routinely. By the end of the study, nearly all of the patients felt that their pain, stress, and trouble sleeping was reduced. Their cortisol levels were also substantially reduced. And then another study was done, and in this study, an 84-year-old woman with diabetes got an injury that over 8 months was still open and wasn't healing. And the article states that treatment consisted of a daily 30-minute grounding session with an electrode patch while patient was seated comfortably. The cause of the wound adjacent to the left ankle was a poorly fitted boot. A few hours after wearing the boot, a blister formed and then developed into a resistant open wound. The patient had undergone various treatments at a specialized wound center with no improvement. Vascular imaging of her lower extremities revealed poor circulation. When first seen, she had a mild limp and was in pain. After an initial 30 minutes of exposure to grounding, the patient reported a noticeable decrease in pain. After 1 week of daily grounding, she said her pain level was about 80% less. At that time, she showed no evidence of a limp. At the end of 2 weeks, she said she was completely pain-free. And here's a picture of her injury and its improvement over a 2-week period. So also in Oskman, Chevalier, and Brown's article, they state, grounding reduces or even prevents the cardinal signs of inflammation following injury: redness, heat, swelling, pain, and loss of function, figures 1 and 2. Rapid resolution of painful chronic inflammation was confirmed in 20 case studies using medical infrared imaging, figure 3. So what this means is that the bacteria that's in plants that you breathe out when you go outside, it helps build up your immune system and develop it more fully. And you probably already know, but the immune system, it helps fight against, defend your body against bacteria that's invading and can make you sick. So the immune system is very important. According to Dr. Reinhardt, about some more benefits of going outside, there's evidence that getting morning light helps raise your mood throughout the day and helps you sleep better at night because it helps you follow your natural circadian rhythm. There is also evidence that the more green space, for example, parks, there are where people/kids live, the more likely they are to get outside to exercise and play, which both help boost mood and physical health. The green space evidence also speaks to the bigger impact of different communities. When there is less green space, there is more signs of poor health, increased obesity, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, etc. So I think it's important to realize that not only does simply being outside benefit you, but it also provides a space to take a break, connect with people, and to do so in a relatively easy and inexpensive way. So moving on to the mental health benefits, there's an article by Barbara Egan Schenk and various others on the benefits of outdoor sports for society. Reported effects of exercising in natural environments were that participants had greater feelings of revitalization, positive engagement, decreases in tension, confusion, anger, and depression. There's also, so there's just so much evidence that shows like how negative emotions are reduced by going outside. And when you think about that, that makes sense, right? In a normal day, there's so many distractions inside and things that are taking so much mental energy from you. So it makes sense that going outside, especially in more natural environments like a forest or a field or a park or like a lake, it makes sense that you feel more calm, less stressed, right? According to the National Alliance of Mental Illness, and this is moving on to suicide, so going outside decreases deaths by suicide. According to the National Alliance of Mental Illness, 46% of people who die by suicide had a known mental health condition, end quote. So people who spend more time outside are less likely to have a mental health disorder. That's also a proven fact, which means spending outside decreases deaths by suicide, which is, like, that's a big deal, right? 46% is that's substantial. So it's just like, it goes to show there's a lot that happens when you go outside. So I really encourage people to spend more time outside. Like, back to my story in Nordic skiing, that really helped me a lot, and I'm so glad I did it. And now I feel like I can go outside in the winter. Like, I know what to do with myself. I know how to dress for the weather, and so there's a lot that you can get out of it, and it'll improve your physical, mental health. It also improves social health. I didn't talk much about that, but there's evidence for that too. So get outside more is what I encourage you to, and you'll feel better. Thank you for watching.